Topic: Cell division, mitosis. Aims of lesson. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to know the following: cell cycle and mitosis. Chromosomes. A role of mitosis. Cancer, brief description. Introduction. A revised cell structure that was covered in the week 5 and 6 lessons. Cells have the ability to divide continuously. The division of somatic cells, which results in growth, is known as mitosis. Uncontrolled mitosis can result in cancer. Concepts and skills. Below are definitions of some of the terms that you will study under this section. Use the glossary in your textbook to define these new terms/words. Note: at least 2 marks are awarded if you can define a term correctly in a test or examination. Cytokinesis, division of the cytoplasm, organelles and cell membrane. Centrioles, cell structures that form the spindle during cell division. Centromere, the structure that joins 2 chromatids to form a chromosome. Metaphase, the phase of mitosis where chromosomes arrange themselves in a single row on the equator. Cancer, the growth or tumor that forms as a result of uncontrolled mitosis. Study the following information on mitosis. Chromosomes. Chromosomes are thread-like structures found in the nucleus of a cell. When cells are not dividing, the chromosomes appear as a mass of threads, the chromatin network. A chromosome consists of the nucleic acid DNA and proteins. Before a cell divides, the DNA has to be duplicated. The process during which a DNA molecule makes an identical replica, copy, of itself is known as DNA replication. After replication has taken place, the single-stranded chromosome consists of 2 strands, which are called chromatids. The 2 chromatids of a double-stranded chromosome are joined by a centromere. The cell cycle. The cell cycle is the series of events that takes place in a cell that results in DNA replication and cell division. There are 2 main stages in the cell cycle. The first stage is interphase, during which the cell grows and replicates its DNA. The second phase is the mitotic phase, during which the cell divides and transfers 1 copy of its DNA to 2 identical cells. Interphase. Interphase is the period between 2 consecutive cell divisions. Cell growth and DNA replication take place during this phase. After replication has taken place, the chromosome now consists of 2 chromatids, double-stranded, joined by a centromere. Mitosis. 4 phases can be distinguished during mitosis, i.e., prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Prophase. Chromatin network shortens and thickens to form individual chromosomes. Each chromosome consists of 2 chromatids joined by a centromere. A nuclear membrane and nucleolus disappears. Centrioles separate and move to opposite poles of the cell. Spindle fiber forms between the centrioles. Metaphase. Chromosomes move to the equator and arrange themselves in a single row on the equator. Each chromosome is attached to the spindle fibers by its centromere. Anaphase. The centromere of each chromosome divides into 2. The 2 chromatids separate. The spindle fiber contracts and pulls the chromatids to opposite poles. The 2 chromatids move to opposite poles. Telophase. The chromatids, now called chromosomes, arrange themselves at the poles. The spindle fibers disappear. The nuclear membrane forms around each group of chromosomes at each pole, and a nucleolus forms. The cytoplasm divides, cytokinesis. 2 identical cells with the same chromosome number as the original cell are formed. The role of mitosis. Development and growth. The number of cells increases by mitosis, enabling organisms to grow from a single cell to a complex multicellular organism. Reproduction. Some organisms use mitosis to produce genetically identical offspring. Cell replacement. Cells are constantly replaced by new ones in the body, for example in the skin. A replacement of damaged tissues. Some organisms use mitosis to replace body parts. Cancer. A cancer is the result of uncontrolled cell division in the body. After repeated divisions, a mass of tissue is formed, which is then called a tumor. Some cancer cells are malignant, which means they are able to invade tissues and spread to other parts of the body. Some tumors cannot spread to other tissues and are called benign tumors. Benign tumors are non-cancerous. When cancer cells are spread by the circulation of blood, new tumors form in other parts of the body. Cancer that spreads in this way is known as metastasis. An agent that can cause cancer is known as carcinogen, e.g. cigarette smoke, radiation, X-rays, UV light, dangerous chemicals, etc. There are some misconceptions about cancer, e.g. many people believe that cancer is a death sentence. Others believe that cancer can be prevented by exercising and eating organic food, and some believe that cancer is contagious, etc. The conventional medical approaches to treating cancer include radiotherapy, chemotherapy, and surgery. Know the meaning of instructional verbs in test and examination questions, e.g. Instructional verb. Meaning. Name. Give the name of something. Differentiate. Use differences to qualify between two or more categories. Tabulate. Draw a table and indicate the answers as direct pairs. Describe. State in sentences the main points of a process. Explain. Give your answer in a cause-effect or statement and reason sequence. Compare. Give similarities and differences between concepts. Answer the following questions. Question 1. 1. Study the diagrams below which represent different phases of mitosis. 1.1 Identify parts A, B, D, and E. 1.2 By making use of numbers only, 1 to 5, arrange the phases into the correct sequence. 1.3 Write down the number of chromosomes in a cell at the end of the process shown above. 1.4 Name one difference between plant and animal cells with regard to the process taking place at C. 1.5 State 2 reasons why mitosis is a biologically important process. Question 2. 2. The root of an onion is a rapidly growing part of the onion. Many cells will be in different stages of mitosis. A sample of an onion tip was stained and studied under a microscope. The various phases of mitosis were identified and the number of cells counted in each phase. The results are recorded in the table below. 2.1 Which phase produced the highest number of cells? 2.2 Calculate the percentage of cells produced during prophase. Show all calculations. 2.3 Assuming a cell takes 24 hours to complete one cycle. Calculate the duration of interphase. Show all calculations. 2.4 Briefly describe what happens during anaphase of mitosis. 2.5 Draw a bar graph to represent the total number of cells in each phase of the cell cycle. Common errors made by learners in examinations. Unable to answer questions based on mitosis and cancer. Unable to answer and interpret questions based on diagrams of mitosis. Activities/assessment. Complete the questions given in this lesson. Complete questions on mitosis in your textbook. Consolidation. Work through questions on mitosis in past examination papers. Reflect on your learning and understanding of this topic and assess your progress. Values. By studying this section, you will develop your knowledge of key biological concepts.